Welcome to Go On Board Tournament, where the greatest fighters from the world of Tekken will face off here on this table. Today you will see who's worthy of becoming the champion, so let's welcome our powerful challengers.
Ladies and gentlemen, meeple and miniatures enjoyers, cardboard and acrylic enthusiasts. But first and foremost, Tekken and Go On Board fans, it is my absolute and utmost pleasure to welcome you all to our first event, Tekken, the board game Go On Board Tournament. As you can see, it is a live stream event where 4 contestants from Go On Board crew will play the legendary Tekken characters in our newest project, Tekken, the board game, in this very first ever in history board game tournament. If you will be not able to see the whole live stream, worry not, because you will be able to watch the VOD from the tournament, which will be available after the stream. You can see it in our social medias and perhaps also on the GameFound page. So let's talk more about the tournament. The tournament format will be very simple. Single elimination ladder, with first round being played in BO1, which means that you only need to win 1 round to advance to the very big grand final. And then the final will be played in a BO5 format, which means that you need to win 3 rounds to become our first ever Tekken, the board game tournament champion. Let us begin this whole tournament and this whole event with the first match, which is between Jin Kazama and Kazuya Mishima. Let's see who will become the winner of this round and who will be on top after this duel. So, let's see. First game, Jin Kazama versus Kazuya Mishima. The starting player token was flipped and it's actually Kazuya Mishima who will begin this duel. The first attack card is a low. It is not blocked, so the attack is resolved. 1 move, 1 punch and 1 damage received by Jin. The string may be continued by Kazuya Mishima. Let's see if he will apply any more damage or if the block will be actually successful. As you can see also, if the second attack will be correct and if it will be blue card, there will be additional damage applied from the combo card. So you can see that damage is not only received from the action cards but also from the combo cards. It is again a low attack and it is actually a blue card, so the punches are stronger because of the combo and the more damage is applied. And because the attack was not blocked, Kazuya may still finish his string and continue with the attacks. The hit for now is not activated, so only 3 attacks are applied here.
So it's me.
Are you sure?
Yes.
This time it was the middle attack, it was guessed correctly by Jin Kazama, so the attack will not be resolved, and actually Jin Kazama will now begin his attacking turn and get punishment token for guessing correctly which attack was performed by Kazuya. Punishment token allows you to perform 1 action for free without the ability to be blocked by the defender. So the middle attack was performed for free by Jin Kazama, which allowed him to move by 2 spaces and push enemy by 1 space. Now the second attack this time may be blocked by Kazuya. Will it be though blocked? Let's see, let's find out. It is blocked actually by Kazuya Mishima, so now he receives the punishment token and he may perform an attack for free.
Okay, so
the easy guess, or not guess because the attack may not be blocked, so the easy card to play here is a high attack and it is actually performed by Kazuya. So another 2 damage are applied to Jin and we can see that Kazuya is leading this duel, this fight at this moment. Second attack, maybe now Jin will actually be able to block it. So Jin is taking time to guess correctly what attack it will be.
Bottom.
A low guess, but it is a high attack. So another 2 damage applied.
To hits again.
The situation of Jin Kazama right now is not very good. Kazuya still leading the attack, still being able to perform, and actually right now we can see that Kazuya will take the hit token, which means that his string will be extended to 4 attacks, and when the attack is blocked he will receive stun card, but will still be able to finish all of his 4 attacks. So
This is mid.
mid block, let's see if it is correct. Mid block, it is an high attack again.
And the combo.
Again, 2 damage received, and the combo because of 2 green cards, so it is actually 4 damage. A lot of damage applied to Jin, and the rage may be activated because of the red zone that the HP has been depleted into. So the rage card will be activated or will be shown and may be activated by Jin in his attacking round. It is worth noting that rage may be only activated after playing at least 1 or maybe more cards in your attacking string. But for now, Kazuya is in his string, in his attacking phase. Let's see if this will be blocked correctly though.
I really hope so. It's not top.
Will it be another high attack? 3 high attacks so far. 4 is still possible, as we can see on the versus tile.
Maybe.
We can
No,
see
it's-
how many cards and how many colors are there for each challenger. This time it is low attack,
Okay.
and this time it is guessed correctly by Jin. So because the attack is blocked, normally or usually the punishment token would be received by Jin, but because of the hit, the punishment token may not be taken. Okay, first attack from Jin, it is successful, the damage is applied to Kazuya.
okay,
Let's see
okay.
if Jin may come back to this game, to this round.
Now it's gonna
Kazuya
be-
is very close to winning this.
And the combo.
Yeah.
Okay, high attack, not blocked by Kazuya, and the combo is also applied. So we can see sweep, we can see move, and additional damage. So when the miniature is swept, is fallen over, any strikes are doubled here. So because the strike is for 2 damage and the sweep, so additional strike, that means 3 damage received by, of course, Kazuya. And now the hit is also activated for Jin. He wants to finish it here right now. So let's see if he will be able to do it. Let's remember that not only combos may be activated here, but rage is also available. Will it be enough damage to finish off Kazuya in this one single string of actions cards? Not blocked. Again, a successful attack, low attack this time. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, lots of damage, as you can see. Not only strike, but also a combo, and also the swept miniature of Kazuya. That means that any additional damages are here applied. Lots of damage here. And actually, this duel is now very close, despite Kazuya winning it for the whole time. And up until this moment, right now, Jin may take the initiative. One last card in the string. Let's see if it will be blocked. It is actually not blocked. Again, a low attack. Again, lots of damage applied. As you can see, not only from the low attack, but also combo. Also the miniature is swept. And actually, the rage may be activated. This might be enough damage to finish off this round. Let's see if it will happen here.
Am I afraid of you? Maybe a little bit, but... Ooh, wait a second.
Oh!
I win.
Oh, yeah.
I use my rage.
And it's actually enough
Okay.
to finish off this duel. So wow,
Yeah, my chance,
one
but
very good usage of the hit, one very good string of actions, many damage applied to
Yeah,
Kazuya, and
pretty much.
despite Kazuya
Okay,
winning
so
for the whole
let's go
round,
for
it is
the
actually
next
Jin
round.
Kazama who will come on top of this duel and will move on to the grand final. Wow. What a round, what a fast, quick, action-packed, of course, round, and Jin, after all, will turn around this fight and move on to the finals. Okay, so that was our first round, our first duel. Now we'll be able to move on to the second fight. This time, Paul Phoenix versus King. So let's meet our contestants here in this tournament. So, okay, the second round, the second duel actually starts right here, right now. The starting player token is flipped and it is Paul Phoenix who will begin this duel. So, first card is applied, let's see if King will be able to block it.
Bottom.
It is a low block.
It is a bottom.
And it is successful. Actually, it is successful. So wow, nice block here from the King. That means that the punishment token is received by King and he will be able to apply first attack for free without any chance from Paul Phoenix to block it. Let's see what he will use here. The actually high attack may be useful because he will punch the air as the miniatures are not next to each other. So it is a mid attack, 2 moves and 1 push to Paul Phoenix, and let's see what the next attack will be. And this time Paul Phoenix may be able to block it. Will he be able to do it? High block from Paul Phoenix, a low attack is applied here from the King. So that does not only mean that he may use his 1 move and 1 strike, but also his combo is here applied. So the first combo of the King is known as Frankensteiner. You may know the name from the video game. And Paul Phoenix is thrown into the wall blast, which is a red wall that applies 2 damage, not 1, when pushed on thrown into it. So a lot of damage applied here from the King and a very good usage of his combo. And of course, as you can see, the extension is available right now, and another card in the string may be applied for the King. Will the hit be activated though? I don't think so. It is very early in the fight. You only have 1 hit per round, so it is very important to carefully measure when it is the best time to use the hit. For now, in the beginning, already a lot of damage applied to Paul Phoenix. Third card played. It is a high block. Unsuccessful. Unsuccessful. It is a mid attack. So let's see. A lot of moves available.
1 push from extension, 2 damage.
2 damage applied to Paul Phoenix
Yes.
by the push onto wall blast.
1 push, so 2 extra damage.
Another push from the extension.
Okay.
Wow, that is a very powerful string of action. There is a very powerful attack. Not blocked by Paul Phoenix. He will be very regretful of that. And because of the shoes available, the King may move himself back to not be vulnerable to any incoming attacks. In the Tekken, the board game, if there are 2 spaces between the characters, that is okay. This is as much as they can be away from each other, but if there are 3 or more spaces between the characters, the dash is performed, which means that the attacking or the defending miniature has to move
I can do
to the
Right.
closest 2 spaces between the miniatures. So
this way.
it is not
So
applied
1,
in this
2.
case.
I
The
push
attack
you.
this time is successful from
guess
Paul Phoenix.
I can
So he
only
moves
push
by 2,
directly.
pushes
Okay.
King,
Alright.
and he may continue his
And
string
what's
of
next?
action cards.
Card.
Top and middle yellow
That
and
is,
green cards.
An event card.
Event card.
Event card, actually event card is happening here right now. So Paul Phoenix, because of where he is standing, receives 2 damage, while King, thankfully to the attack and to the push from the Paul Phoenix, only receives 1 damage from where he stands. So that is the event card, and this is the special rules of the Sanctum stage. Because Paul Phoenix received such amount of damage that his half bar is already at the red point, his rage may be shown and may be activated in his upcoming turn. But actually his rage this time, chosen by the player, is the rage that is called the Big Bang Phoenix Smasher. So Paul Phoenix pushes the enemy character onto the wall, then inflicts the amount of damage that there is space between characters. So let's see when the rage will be activated here. Second card applied. Let's see if, of course, King will be able to block it. High block. Let's see if it is correct. It is not high block, it is a middle attack. Or it was a high block, but it is not a high attack. It is a middle attack. So Paul Phoenix
this way, so I can
performs
push
a wall
you,
blast.
towards that
is able to push the enemy character onto the special stage token and that
this
zone.
doesn't do more.
And let's see, maybe this is the best time to use the rage actually.
Okay.
And you can activate.
The rage is actually performed
that's
here
awesome.
from
So
Paul
that
Phoenix,
is,
so additional damage from the rage,
this is a
from the
power
throw and from the
Well done. Wow.
powerful attack, and still his string is continued, so another card may be applied, lots of damage applied to King, and maybe there is a chance that
Maybe there is a
that Paul
chance.
Phoenix will be
I
able
don't
to
think
come
so,
back
but
somehow to this round, but
let's
for now
try.
it is not looking too good, it is looking actually quite grim for him.
Amazing choice I have here. Just brilliant. Uh-huh.
But let's not give up
Doesn't
on
really
him
do
for now.
much.
We saw already in the previous duel
But
that
we will
Jin
try
Kazama
it
can
regardless.
come back from the very difficult situation. We believe that Paul Phoenix is also able to somehow win this round and move on to the grand final to fight Jin in that final.
Is that top?
Hi.
Yes.
Okay, high attack but also high block
Yeah.
performed by
Your
King.
extension
So the
is
string of action
It's
is
fine.
set that.
actually
And I
finished.
receive-
the punishment
then I
token
still
is
have
granted
counter
to the King,
attack.
and now
I
he
still
will
have
be
a
able to
punishment token, so-
perform for free his next attack. Let's see what it will be. If the heat will be activated here, it may be very very hurtful to Paul Phoenix. So right now, as I said, the
Well, you know,
low
we're getting closer.
strike is performed, the low attack, and the heat is actually activated.
course,
Let's see
of
if
course.
King will be able to finish it right here, right now. Second card played. Let's see what it will be. What attack will be performed? High, mid, or low?
Yeah, let's go with it.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Oh,
Let's see.
man.
What will be the block? What will be blocked?
It's a
Important moment of this round.
low.
Low block. Low block. Is it correct? It is not. It is actually a middle attack. So
That's fine.
still, King is having the initiative. One push, one move, and still another occasion to perform additional attacks. And we can see it is actually a blue middle attack. So King may once again use his Frankensteiner to throw his opponent once more into the wall break, which he uses right now. The stage token is flipped. Additional damage is actually here applied. Oh wow, the situation of Paul Phoenix is not looking too good right now. Not a lot of HP available. One more throw, additional damage, shoe extension also available, and still hit is activated for King, so
Yeah, I
two
can see
chances
that
to finish off the opponent. Two blocks needs to be performed.
Yeah.
Actually not.
Fine.
Actually, there was also extension from the previous card. Oh wow, so not only combo extension, not only the blue card played, but also extension from the first card. So it is more than enough to finish off Paul Phoenix and move on to the very big grand finals. So, okay, this time we see our first ever tournament will have a grand final featuring Jin Kazama and King. So as you can see, both of these previous matches were played in a BO1, so one round to win it all. But here the grand finals will be played in a BO5 format, which means that you need to win 3 rounds to be our first ever tournament champion. Let's see who will be the champion, Jin Kazama or the King. Ladies and gentlemen, our first ever Tekken, the board game tournament grand final featuring Jin Kazama and King starts right here, right now. Get ready for the next battle. Alright, so here we go. The starting player token shows that actually King will begin. This is our very first grand final. Let's see what card will be played first. We know that King loves and wants to play yellow and blue card as the second option. But actually this time it is a first blue card, but it is a special card played from the king. So many extensions available. It is a middle attack, so there is a push and two moves performed by king. Let's see what the second card will be. As I mentioned, blue and yellow card will be fantastic here as they allow to perform combo by the king.
It's me.
Mid block, but it is a high attack. So as you can see, it is actually a yellow card. So 2 damage. There is an extension, additional punch, which makes it a 3 damage attack.
Okay.
And as I said, there is additional extension available with 3 punches. Alright, let's see.
That's the event.
Event cards. So that means 1 damage to Jin and 2 damage for the king because of where they stand on the sanctum. Okay, the rocks have fallen down, the damage have been applied, but still it is king who will be having the initiative and will be performing his next third attack. The hit is not activated yet, but it is king who actually started this battle, this duel very well. Let's see what will be the third attack, the third card played in his shrink.
Okay. Let's go with this.
Okay.
Ooh,
What will be? What it will be? What will be the block?
This is double.
Yeah, that's
As you can see, the extensions are doubled here,
super extension.
doubled here.
No,
Mid block, mid block. Is it correct?
No.
It is not correct. This is actually
So
a
you
low
sweep.
attack. Okay, sweep performed,
You are
and it is
swept.
actually also a blue
One,
attack.
so
So,
two. Yes.
so the combo is
You
activated
receive
once again
one
by the
punch
king.
extra.
Two.
Extensions are also applied. So as you can see, king is still figuring out in what order perform his attacks. There is a lot of going on here. As we can see, it is a low attack which allows to move and perform a punch. Now the combo extension is also applied and the combo from the king. Wow, very good, very powerful move. And again, one move also by the king. Jin is moved onto the space, which also affects with 1 additional damage. And that was a very powerful and very good string of attacks by the king. Will Jin come back to this round? We saw once already that Jin may come back, that Jin is actually ready to have also very powerful attacks. What is the first attack? It is a mid attack. Mid attack not blocked, so
Maybe
1 push and 2 moves available for the Jin.
There.
And it is performed right here, right now. Second card played, and let's see what will be this time. High, mid, or low. High would be very good here. Also remember about the Jin Kazama combos. Red, green and yellow card are very good here.
Nope.
It is a yellow card, it is a mid attack, so
And
sweep,
I
moves
will start
and
with
push
this one.
available. Sweep performed,
Knockdown.
Yep. Move here.
move is
Then
also
I
one
will
performed,
Push you here.
See, one damage.
Here.
push and another move, so additional damage applied. Extension also is here available because of the first card that was a special action card that is only
I wish for.
that is unique for the Jin Kazama. So very good move by him. Will he be able though to close the gap in the HP department? Third attack right now performed. Then the block is. And the block is
Bottom.
low block, low block.
Low.
It is a low block, so the block is successful, and now the king takes back the initiative and the punishment token. So, as you can see, the sweep is no longer.
So, let's
He may
go
stand on
with-
his feet once again, and now he will
That's
deal damage for free
alright.
to the Jin Kazama. It is a high attack,
And
so
my rage
2
is
punches
obvious.
onto the Jin face,
Great.
and the rage is
Yes.
activated, and it is once again
Let's
a rage that allows to have 2 punches per each yellow card in the string. A very powerful rage that last time allowed Jin to win the game, to win the round. Second attack from the king,
Slow.
That's me.
and it is a mid attack, so the
That's
block is
mid.
unsuccessful.
So
And king
I'm moving
will be
here,
able to relocate himself
here,
and push his
and
opponent,
pushing you
as he does right now.
here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Not a lot of damage applied from the card, but as you can see,
yes.
king
Yeah,
also has his combo.
first
Not
I
only a
use my
blue combo, but
Mhm.
also
So
a
you get
yellow
one punch.
combo with strike and
Ah,
extension
yeah.
with strikes. So it is an
Extract
Atlas
Then
Hammer
here
combo.
twice and
Also
move you
something that you
right.
may know and be familiar
Here.
with from the Tekken video game.
So
Alright, with all of that,
to next.
another additional damage is
Mhm.
applied to Jin, and his situation is actually not looking
Let's
very
go
good
with-
in this round. The combo extensions are still available, maybe performed by king, and the third card in the string is played right here, right now. What will be the card and what will be the block? Jin is still thinking about the block.
Definitely low.
Low block,
Low.
Yeah.
and it is
You're
correct. Low block is performed.
Yes.
It was a low
Okay,
attack,
Thank
so
you.
the string of action is finished by king, and the punishment token is granted to the Jin Kazama, and now he may perform his attacks. Alright, so as you can see, actually this is the situation where all of the three cards from Jin Kazama have the same stance, middle stance, or not middle, sorry, low stance. That means that there is an opportunity to perform stance change and change all your three cards when you
not
have
this
three
time.
the same attacks. So the punishment token was granted from the previous block. Middle attack is performed, one move,
Yeah.
one
I will
push
push it
and
down.
one move.
Okay.
Let's see how Jin will actually continue his attacks. The hit is not activated yet. Let's remember about the rage, but for now the rage would be quite useless as he gets more damage the more yellow cards he plays. So it is something that king has to be aware of. Yellow cards
Hit
are
it
something
is.
that Jin
Yeah.
would love to play right here, right now. Now the hit is activated, so we
That
know that
will
at least
be-
4 cards will be played by Jin. How many of them will be blocked by the king?
Low.
Nope.
Second one is not blocked, it is a high attack.
There.
So, as you can see,
I will
yellow
start with
card,
my combo.
which allows 2 damage, sweep
One.
and move.
Move.
Okay,
there.
the move is performed, the
Mm,
damage is applied. Will the rage be activated here?
3 damage for you
Mm-hmm.
because of your knockdown.
Yes.
And I will stay here. Where I
Okay. Rage is not activated yet. Wow, that is a very
am.
bold move
Mhm.
from Jin Kazama.
Can still
He
use
may
the
be
rage.
very regretful of that.
Yeah,
but he will
I have
still
only one
Wait
yellow card.
Yes.
So
his chance to
Okay, okay.
perform the rage.
Mm,
Third card
this
is applied,
Hmm.
and
Will
this
be-
time it will be. The tension is getting high this round.
Let it be bottom.
Low attack, low block, and it is incorrect. Actually,
honest.
it is not only a
It's
high attack
your
with
fault,
additional
I chose
punches,
the
but it
yellow
is
one.
also a yellow card, which allows for another
so
combo extension,
you're
but
knocked
actually
down,
the
so
miniature is already swept,
one move
so
for
not a
combo
lot of usage here, but additional move.
there.
But because there are already 2 yellow cards, the rage
Three
is
damage.
very
Yes,
powerful
for that.
here.
And
So,
my
okay.
rage is revealed.
Okay.
Okay,
And I think it's a great moment to use my
rage is right now activated, so that means 4 additional damage to the king,
Mhm.
followed by the 2
One,
damage
two,
applied
4.
from the high attack.
Okay.
1 HP left for the king.
But I'm knocked down.
Yeah.
So
Actually not 1 damage because of the sweep. Of the sweep.
That's right.
The miniature
Because
has
it's
fallen
a-
over, so
Yes,
it is more than
I'm
enough.
down.
As we can see, 4 damage from the
Wow.
That's
of course
perfect.
punches, but because the miniature has been swept,
Win,
that
I think
means-
that's the last one.
but because the miniature has fallen over, that
Let's
means
flip the
that
coin.
each punch is
Let's
actually
start the game.
stronger and 2 additional damage was applied.
Go.
Wow, that was more than enough for Jin Kazama to turn things around. We all here thought that King would actually win the first round, but that was not the case here. 1-0 at this moment from Jin Kazama. 2 more rounds for him to win the whole tournament and be the king of our himself of the first ever tournament.
Okay.
Will King come back in this game?
Oh.
3 more rounds for him, 2 more rounds for the Jin Kazama.
Can we flip the coin?
Yes.
Once again, the token to determine the first attacker is flipped. This time
I don't know how
it
to
will
flip
be
That's great.
you.
it
That's
will be
something
Jin
first.
who will start
Mhm.
his attacks.
Mhm.
Alright. By this time the
Okay,
players should
okay,
know quite well
okay,
what they
okay.
would like to achieve in their attacks. So let's see if the blocking will become better in the upcoming round, in the upcoming, of course, opportunities.
Mm.
Low block, incorrect. It is a high attack, but because the miniatures are not next to each other, so Jin attacks the air and the punches are not landing on the king's face.
Chop.
Ooh. It is.
Hi.
Okay. Once again, high attack performed by Jin, but this time it is guessed correctly, and the worst thing is that it was a yellow high attack, so yellow card is
This
used
one,
not very efficiently.
1 damage.
Because of the block, the king has punishment token and he
then
performs first
let's
attack,
go
which is
with
of course
something more
a low-
nasty.
a low attack. So first damage is applied. Let's see what the next card in his string will be played.
It's me.
Smith?
Yeah. I didn't even.
A mid block. Alright, that was a very fast mid block and it was a very correct mid block. So Jin with very good guess here, and now he receives the punishment token and he applies 2 damage to the king. Alright, so maybe this time Jin will actually start this round better than the first one.
Okay.
Let's see, second attack, what it will be this time. A lot of
That's
high attack already performed
mid.
by Jin,
Not this time.
but it is
I will.
low
Oh,
attack
wait,
this
wait,
time.
I will move.
So 1 move and 1 punch may be
Uh,
performed by Jin, but it is because a blue card, so no additional combos are available right now. But the string has not yet ended, so third card may be played. Let's see if the king will be able to actually block it this time. And the block is... And the block is...
And that's...
And the block is
mid.
actually...
I don't remember. It is.
It is mid.
And the block
Yes.
is the mid attack. The mid attack is actually played. So once again, a very good
Okay,
block
okay.
from the king, and he receives the punishment
Let's
token.
go back
Let's
to
see
the
if one of his
fight
combos, Frankensteiner
and
or
start
Atlas
with
Hammer, will be
two
performed here.
punches.
For now,
Straight in your face.
high attack,
Yes.
very easy
Take
to predict.
Yes.
2 punches
Not for long.
and 2 damage inflicted to Jin.
And
But let's see right now what king will play.
that's
It may be a tough situation for Jin, as many options are available for the king.
Mid.
Mid attack and mid block. Wow, it was actually guessed correctly by Jin. Once again, the players right here in the second round are very good with the blocking, with the guessing, so the punishment token is flipped from one player to another.
So I will move.
Okay, mid attack performed
There.
by the
Push you there.
Yep.
Jin, and the second card may be played right here, right now. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, second card played. What will be the block?
That will be. Let's think about it. I think I.
Oh, what? Mid block, mid block. Will it be correct? Will it be correct? Mid block. It is
Yes.
actually a mid block. Wow! Once again, very good block from the defending player. It is what, 4 or 5 times in a row,
Even.
and event card. So 2 damage to Jin and 1 damage to King.
Okay.
A very good event this time for King.
Let's
And let's
go.
see
Let's
if this
go.
time the
So,
string
so,
will
so.
be finished.
Two.
This round, very many blocks,
Face is a
successful
beautiful face.
by Jin and King.
And
As you can see,
then
the punishment token is flipped
let's
from
go
one player to
with
another constantly.
this one.
Second attack, will it finally land?
Spot.
No.
It
still
actually lands on
not. So
the
you
Jin
receive 3 damage
Kazama
because of
face.
my combo.
So, high attack and a yellow card. That means not only
Let's see
2
what's-
damage from the card, that also means additional damage from the combo.
Yeah, and I have a beautiful
And the combo
face.
extension. So Atlas Hammer performed successfully this time from the King. And let's see if the third card will also be performed
What I can
correctly.
do
No hit uses
next,
by any players yet
Maybe
in this round.
I will play this card.
Okay, lots of thoughts
Yes.
here from the King. On to the third card. Jin in tough situation.
That's low.
Low block,
No.
but it is unsuccessful. High attack. Wow.
That's
Okay,
too high.
so
3 extra damage.
as you can see already,
Oh, it's
Rage
yellow.
is
No,
activated
sorry, it's,
for the
4
Jin.
damage. 2,
and a lots of damage
Yeah.
by King, as you can see, not only from the high attack but also from the extension and from the combo
Unfortunately, I didn't took.
that he once again performed. This is a second Atlas Hammer combo performed by the King. Second yellow card played in the string. Lots of damage, and Jin is sitting at 2 HP left.
Just to be
And as you
sure
can
I'm
see,
winning
despite
this round.
third card already being played, King decides
Not
that
bad.
in the end he will actually use the heat and perform fourth attack. So
So you can
Right.
see
extension once more is available,
basically,
but
almost
will the King
everything.
finish it right here,
No,
right now?
every card
Jin in very tough
kills you
situation.
Instantly. Every. Here you have 3
Three.
damage. Here you
Actually,
have,
all 3 attacks,
three damage
high,
also
mid
because
and
of
low,
the-
will finish off
No,
here,
sorry,
Jin.
I cannot
So
push you,
only
to
a
the
successful
wall. So
block
that's
will
still
save
allows
him
you
and
to,
allow
because of
to still
extensions
be
here,
able to
I
fight
can
in
do
this
whatever
round.
I want, but
Okay.
if I have all cards, maybe I have only 2.
What
maybe
attack
only
will be
1 type of
performed
card,
by
maybe 3
the King?
type of cards.
How he will finish off his opponent,
You
how
never
he
know.
will win this round, if
What
he will
it
of
could
course
be.
win this round and make it 1-1 in here in the grand final. The King is actually
This one, you know what it's going to be.
this card. What card it is? Will Jin be able to block it?
Oh. It's low.
Low block and a quick smirk, a smile from the King because he played a high attack. That means that Jin is finished in this round. Okay, a very good round played by King. 1-1 in the grand finals. Both players are equally close to win the whole thing, the whole tournament. Very good comeback in the match by the King. Let's see who will actually play the game better right now
Yeah,
and will
yeah.
be able to
That's why I
take
thought
2
it's
more
going to be
rounds, 2 more
most,
victories
the most
and
unexpected,
go back home
unexpected
as
Yeah.
the king of the first
to play
tournament. Will it be
3
King
top
or
cards.
will it be
Four,
Jin
four, yeah,
Kazama?
4 top cards.
Cards are shuffled, decks are prepared, the starting token is thrown,
Me.
and it is actually King who will begin the third round. So
Okay.
he will be the first player to
Let's
take up
start
the
it
initiative.
quickly.
First card played,
Uh,
punishment token of course is not granted,
mid.
mid block,
Bottom.
unsuccessful,
Low.
low attack, 1 move and 1 punch. So Jin will start this game with 1
Yep.
HP, less 50
Yep.
HP available. As you
Okay,
can see,
okay, okay.
heat still available for both players as it is next round, and you have 1 heat per round. Second attack, king will try to continue his string. Will he be able
You
to?
can push me twice, so it's mid.
Mid,
You think
Yeah.
mid block.
I
Is it
can
successful?
Run away and play some top card.
There is some
Mid.
Yes,
Or mid.
still mid.
trash talk
Okay.
between players,
Yeah.
but it is of course a mid attack. It was an attempt to another Atlas Hammer combo, but this time it was blocked very well by Jin Kazama, and he will begin his attacks now.
Oh,
Of course, punishment token is granted for the block,
here.
so he will
One
begin
punch.
with the attack
In
for
your
free.
face.
It is actually a low attack, so 1
In your
move and
face.
1 damage applied. As we can see, both players are actually in 2 spaces that would receive 3 damage if an event card was taken by Jin or Kazuya.
Okay.
It is not, so
Okay,
the damage is not
that's
applied,
what
of
it
course,
is.
because there are no falling rocks right now.
I think
Second attack
it
is performed.
Mid.
Mid block,
Stop.
unsuccessful. It is a high
Two,
attack,
Then
2 damage
one more.
applied,
One more.
and additional damage, of course, from the
I'm off here.
Jin combo. Alright, so no successful blocks for now in this round. Third attack may be performed by Jin, and the attack will be
Mid.
mid block for now, so the attack will be
Yes.
mid actually. So successful finally block, and king may take his punishment token
Okay.
and apply
Let's start with
damage
something
and move his
friendly.
character if it is middle or
Something
low, of course.
friendly. Yes,
Mid or
like
low. Attack if high,
this.
then 2 strong punches. But it is
Move.
a middle, of course. Attack, so 2 moves
Am I
and
going to push
1
you somewhere?
push.
No, I don't think so. Or maybe. I push you firstly and then 1. And
We
are
know unlove
here.
king, of course, for his throws and his pushes, so he utilizes this right now,
Let's
and
go
the second
again.
attack may be performed.
Let's go again. Let's go with this.
If it will be successful, then very good opportunity to actually perform a wall break and deal damage by that.
Mid.
Mid. Now it's top.
Mid block,
3 damage.
not
Ooh,
successful.
bang.
It is a
Oh, sorry.
high attack,
4.
2 damage
Because
applied,
of
3 damage applied from the combo
Yes,
from the
it's
Atlas
more.
Hammer, which is very common right now
King is very
by
good.
this king player.
Yeah.
I think
So
it's
3
not
damage applied
surprise for you.
and a combo extension
Hmm,
available.
look at him.
So it will be a very good attack
And
in the third card, if of course not blocked by Jin Kazama.
Okay. That was suits me.
Let's
nicely,
remember
I
that
think.
beside the Atlas Hammer,
Yes.
it is also
Yes.
a Frankensteiner that is
Yes.
available for the king, but the
Yes.
blue card needs to be applied
Okay.
here
I think so.
and not blocked,
Okay.
of course, by Jin
It's
Kazama.
low.
It's low.
Yeah.
Low
There
block,
it is.
and it is actually a low attack. The Frankensteiner was attempted, but it was very well
Great
blocked
time to use
by
this
Jin
card.
Kazama, because it was not the hit attack.
2 punches.
Ooh.
That means that Jin will take his punishment
Then,
token, perform high attack, and apply 2 damage to the king. Let's see what Jin will be able to do in his round. Both players sitting at the yellow HP zone, so no rage cards available yet, but the heat is actually very early activated by the Jin. Okay. Jin wants to take the initiative, he wants to take the advantage in this round, in this fight, and close up himself to the grand final victory. Second card played. What will be the block? And the block is
I think it's top.
top block, high block.
Yes.
And it is a high block, okay.
Hey,
Bec-
no.
No. The king already thought that he will be able to take the punishment token and has initiative, but because of the heat, that means that stun card is applied, the combo is broken,
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
But still, it is Jin who will have the initiative and will be the attacking player. Third card applied. This time the block is
Top.
top high block.
Nope.
But not this time. This time it is a blow
Show you.
attack. So one move,
A little.
one
Yes.
one strike,
Mhm.
and one damage applied.
Okay. Okay.
Of course, thanks to the hit, fourth card may be played here by Jin Kazama. Will it be blocked though? Will King be able to stop the attack? What this time he will choose? Already previously 2 high blocks, one successful,
yes,
one
yes.
unsuccessful.
I understand now.
This time, what
Um,
will be the block? What will be the mind
is
games
going to
between
be-
Jin and King?
Mid.
Mid block,
Nope. I really.
but not successful.
thought
Once
you
again,
thought
a
I
low
had
attack. So
Then-
once again, one move for Jin and one
Mm,
2 damage.
strike.
3
Yep. And I'll move here.
Yes.
It is
And that's
performed
it.
very successfully,
Okay,
as we
that
can
wasn't
see,
Still alive.
and
Very
King is
good.
actually very
Yeah,
close
yeah.
to
But
be
still.
in the
I
red
did
zone
something
and
else
have
to
his
stay
rage
one
activated.
blow.
Hit
Punch.
deactivated, hit
So,
used, so Jin
let's
will
go
not be
back
able to use it
to
again in this
four.
round. On the other side, King still has his hit
Let's-
available.
Let's start with
No punishment token granted this time,
this, maybe with
so
that,
King
maybe
becomes with
not
the first
this
card,
one.
which
Oh,
may
maybe
be
with
actually
this.
blocked
Yes,
by the
yes,
Jin.
yes.
First card
I
played,
will use hit also.
the block is,
It's mid.
it is a mid block, and in the meantime we saw that
That's
the hit is also
misunderstanding
activated.
because it's,
So, in
one
case of
damage.
any block,
1 damage.
still the string
And
will be pursued by the King.
Hmm.
First attack,
interesting,
mid block,
yeah.
low attack, so the
Oh,
attack is
yes.
performed,
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
one move and one.
And
Punch.
let's go with this card.
King needs to perform a lot of damage here
It's
to
mid.
have advantage in this round.
Yeah.
Okay, second attack, it is a mid attack, it is also a
Because
mid
of
block,
your combo
so a stun
with
card is applied
the blue
and the
card.
damage is not
That's the thing,
inflicted
but they have no
onto
cards in the
Jin.
bottom.
2 blue on mid.
First good
Yeah,
block
three
in
on
this
bottom.
heat
Yeah, that
attack
never-
Yes.
phase.
Yes. Yes.
What will be the third card and what will be the another block from the Jin? So far mid block was successful.
Top.
This time top block, and it is also very successful block. Wow, 2 stun cards, that means that no
Oh.
no combo will be applied, and the heat was not used very well by the King.
Now
Event card also applied, that means 3 damage to Jin, 2 damage to King, and still King
That's
has
perfect
the initiative,
moment
but
for
it is not a very well
Almost.
performed.
if
attacks
this
so far.
wall would be
In 3 cards,
Heroes
only 1
will
attack,
it
2
could
blocks by
be
Jin. Very nice
very, very
defense
big
from
troubles.
the Kazama character.
But
La, la.
for your fortune,
Let's see
for
the last
misfortune,
fourth attack.
uh,
Will it be blocked
you
this
are
time, or will
not
King finally be
very
able
threatened
to land
by
his
this
punch?
range. However, I still have my impact. I here still have momentum. Maybe with small turbulence. But
Okay.
Okay.
King
I
is
will
thinking
do
what to do right
whatever I
now
can
to not be blocked.
to show
Jin, despite being in the
how
defense,
King is
you
resting.
can see that he has the momentum of this round. Fourth attack applied. What will be the block?
Top.
It is a high block,
That's bottom.
Oh.
and
That
finally
It's
King
more like
see.
you're dead.
was able to outwit
One
his
damage.
opponent with a low
Yeah.
And that's basically
attack.
My right.
easy.
So, because of the stun cards in the
Okay.
previous
Yes.
places,
And now
that means that no combo is applied, there are no
I
combo
can
extensions,
do something
only one
nasty.
move and one
He got.
strike
Or
onto
maybe
Jin,
not.
which makes him
Maybe
also
not. No,
fall
no,
into
I'm
the
not
red
moving
zone
anywhere.
in the
I'm just
HP
using
bar,
my
and the
rage.
rage is
Oh.
That means
activated.
I'm
But let's see.
jumping over you.
Okay,
Oh.
so the rage is actually
Pushing
performed
you
by the
as
King,
hard as I can
and it is one of the two rage cards that he has. It is an Anger of the Beast, where he
Now you are here.
jumps
and you are
behind the Jin Kazama. He is pushing the Jin onto the wall, and the wall actually gives damage to the Jin. So a very well used rage card here by the king, but still it is not enough to finish off Jin, and he is able to right now take the initiative, be the attacker, and maybe he will be able right now to finish the king. So let's get back to the action. As I said, the rage may not start this round,
And that's
but the attack may. The attack will be,
low.
and the attack will be middle attack with the low block. That means that Jin is actually able to not only perform his action, not only to perform his rage, but also close the gap between the characters. So first up, rage activated.
1, 2.
It is actually a polar demon gouge rage from Jin Kazama, which allows him, when he is in straight line, to go behind the opponent and deal strike for free damage. A lot of damage from the rage. And then from the card there are 2 moves and 1 push available. So rage is used, but it was still a very well used rage for Jin,
I have shields.
and it is king who needs to be careful right now. Any card will and may finish him right here, right now, because of the combos. Okay, second attack performed. Second attack is in the air. And will the block be successful? Will king be fast enough to block it?
No.
No, it is not a successful block. It is again a middle attack.
Maybe you're dead.
Let's see, and it is also a yellow attack, which allows Jin to perform Awakened Wind Gut Fist combo.
You're not.
Will it be enough?
I will.
There is a sweep, there is a move, there is a push,
There.
Yes.
and there is a move, and there is not very much HP left for the king.
Okay.
Will Jin finish it? Right here, right now. Third attack, 2 HP left for the king. Very close to get the second round victory. Maybe this time the block will be successful. Maybe this time king will defend himself.
Whatever you play.
Maybe this
I'm
time
Yes.
king
Yes.
will guess correctly the
But you played a lot of tops,
attack.
a lot of mids, not as much
As you can
as
see in this
bottoms,
attack round,
as lows.
loads of mid
And
attacks already
that's
performed.
why I'm going for it. That's me. That's tough.
But the block
Yeah.
this time is not successful. It is
Yeah.
a high attack. And it is a second round victory for Jin
Okay.
Kazama. Once again, king is not able to utilize his strengths to get to the opponent and finish him off, and Jin does that exact thing, but for himself successfully. That was a very well used, foremost, it was a very well used rage card by Jin Kazama.
Pick your rage.
As you can see, each character has 2 rage cards. One of them is picked in the beginning of the round, so you also can change your strategies onto each round and play the rage cards differently in each round. So, player starting token already used. It is Jin who will start the round. Mid block,
Yes.
this time successful. Punishment token granted for king, and now king takes the initiative. Mid attack, which means 2 moves and 1 push.
Basically, nothing more happens, I guess. Or no. Moving here, pushing you here, moving here. Yes.
As you can see,
And that's the event.
1 move, 1 push, and 1 move. And an event card actually was taken by the king, That means 2 damage to king and 1 to Jin Kazama,
Yes.
which is quite unfortunate
Yeah,
for the king.
Let's go.
But let's see if he can
Let's go for it.
not
If you
be too concerned about the event card, about the damage from the falling rocks, and perform next attack. Or maybe it was affecting him that much that he will be blocked.
Lose it.
Let's see, let's see.
Lose it.
What will be the block?
It's bad.
High, mid, or low?
That was
I-
easy.
It was
That
actually
easy.
No, that,
a
that
low
wasn't easy.
block.
It wasn't easy.
easy.
Low block performed
Okay.
by Jin.
One. Should I? Okay, okay. Then
Right now, Jin takes punishment token, performs mid attack, move himself up to the king. Second attack now applied. What it will be?
Top.
It is a high attack and a high block from the king. So we can see king recovering from the second round, playing much better defense, and because of the good defense he is rewarded with the first card not being able to be blocked by Jin. 2 attacks for free onto Jin, and his streak is of course continued here. This time
Yes.
still what is available. Frankensteiner and Atlas Hammer may be performed if yellow or blue card is applied.
No. That's top.
It is actually Atlas Hammer combo
3 damage.
performed with the yellow card,
Please.
high attack,
Moving
2 damage,
my extension.
move available to the king thanks to the extension, and additional combo extension is right now available.
Okay.
And let's see what we have here. Yes. Yes.
As we can see, Atlas Hammer is actually one of the favorite king's combos, used many times already in this grand finals,
We will see.
and this time
Okay,
also
no,
very
no,
very
no,
successful.
let's be
Third card
serious,
now
let's be
played.
serious about
We can
it.
see that extensions are still available.
But-
Block is performed and block is successful. So despite playing blue card and attempting Frankensteiner, it is not actually
Come back strong.
landing on Jin face or legs or his
You know.
middle part of the body because of the successful block. Punishment token granted, high attack performed, and 2 HP inflicted onto king.
Then I will. Ooh la la. Ooh la la.
Okay. Heat already activated very early from the Jin. He wants to finish it right here, right now. One more round and he's the king of our first ever tournament. Will he be able to close out this whole thing, this whole tournament, this whole grand final? Attack is already performed. What will be the block? Lots of tension, lots of stress right now onto king. Not a very good situation.
That's mid.
High attack performed,
So 1, 2.
but
I will
because
start with
it
the
is a yellow combo, a yellow card in the combo,
Then
it is actually an
three
awakened wind gut fist combo performed by
actually
Jin. That means
combo.
move,
Yeah, first
sweep,
I
and
Put
a
that.
high attack performed,
did change
so
nothing.
3 additional damage onto king. Not looking very well for the king.
Okay.
3 same
I
cards,
have
so
to-
stance change for the Jin. Let's see if he will surprise the opponent right now. So as you can see, not only King is performing many combos with his Atlas Hammer, but also Jin Kazama likes to use his Awakened Wind Gut Fist combo. Third card already played, and it may be a very crucial card.
I understand nothing. I understand now.
You will have
No
to.
clue. But I guess it's going to be. Still.
Any punches
And
will
mid.
deal additional damage.
No.
As we can see right now, low attack performed,
one,
not
two,
blocked.
free.
not stopped by the king,
One more
so
because you're
Jin
big down.
with many additional damage, and already in the red zone, king in a very bad, tough spot. His rage is activated, but still, because of the heat, one more card may be played by the Jin. It may be the very last few seconds and moments for the king. Last card is played. What will be the attack? What will be the defense? Will it be enough to stop Jin from finishing this round and finishing this game? Not many HP left. The block may be crucial. Let's remember that maybe the event was already used by the king, but still Jin has his event in the deck.
Can
Last and fourth attack in the heat.
define our
That's
match.
top.
Yep.
Is
It is.
blocked.
Okay.
It is actually blocked.
Okay.
So no high attack, no punches available. That's at least one good information for the king.
Let's
But
go back.
he needs to do a lot more
Of
to
course,
actually
use it.
finish off this game,
Keep
this
our
round,
chances.
and come back.
I think you can still win this.
Yes, of course.
The
That's-
reverse
that's
sweep
basically
almost
true.
needs to be
It's
done
not going
by the
to be
king.
easy.
Only one round, 2 to Jin.
But
Only 3 HP left for the king. He needs to be flawless with his attacks. No blocks allowed. He needs to land tons of damage. First attack
Meet.
is blocked. Actually, it is blocked.
Right.
King is not able to land any punches. Very good defense from the Jin in the second and now in the third and now the fourth round. Again, second block. We saw that the hit was used by the king, but you need to be able to land these punches. In previous round, also 2 stun cards applied. Here, it is already 3 successful blocks for the Jin. Wow, king is not feeling himself. It is not his round. It is not his day. Not his grand finals. 3 stun cards already applied. Fourth attack. Maybe this time the damage will at least here be applied. But wow, this round is very not well used by the king.
At least one card. So
Okay, at least fourth attack is successful. A low attack, so at least 1 damage to the Jin,
and
1 move,
go
but you can see
here.
the rage was actually available. It's not yet used by the king. Let's see, will Jin
Okay, I give you a chance and I discard this. My hand.
once again we see a stance change because of the 3 exact same cards. Top
And
attack,
Start. The top one.
but it is not a top attack, it is a
No,
low attack,
it's not.
not top, high attack, high block actually,
Slow.
but no.
Right.
Not this time. Low attack performed, 1 punch, 1 move, and only 2 HP left. And an event card actually played. King is in the zone where 2 damage is applied, so the event will finish off the king and allow Jin to take home the victory. Sanctum stage will help out here Jin and finish off this grand finals. So falling rocks will kill off this time. King will finish him off and will grant the very first victory to the Jin Kazama. King will not be able to come back in this final, and Jin Kazama takes the victory, takes the title, and becomes our very first ever winner of the Tekken, the board game Go On Board tournament. Alright, so in the end it is actually Jin Kazama, his versatile playstyle, his abilities to perform the fighting styles of the Kazama and Mishima families that allows him to win first off against Kazuya and now against King in this very first tournament. So Jin Kazama will be our winner for today. So ladies and gentlemen, that was our very first Tekken, the board game tournament. Maybe short one for this time, but be sure to follow us on GameFound. Be sure to check what we are updating right there, what new stuff will be coming off in the next following weeks and months, and be sure to check out our project and our board game. We are sure that many good things, many surprising and many exciting things will come out on the GameFound page, and we should have many more exciting things. And I think that this was the shortest actual tournament that was here in the Tekken, the board game, and only the bigger, the more exciting and more challenging ones will be coming. Thank you all very much for tuning in for today's live stream. Thank you very much for following us, and make sure to check out the GameFound page, leave a follow, and let's see you there in the comment section. Thank you very much, and see ya.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken, the board game. Follow now on GameFound.
Tekken is a video game I've known and loved for almost 20 years, and we are excited to work with Bandai Namco on our next big project and announce Tekken the board game. It's a fighting board game that translates the dynamic and tactical experience of games in Tekken series.
We are playing the newest Tekken all the time. I love the visuals, gameplay, different characters, stages, epic combos, iconic fighters, rage and heat, wide variety of unique game arenas. You will find all of it in Tekken, the board game.
You manage your hand of action cards to move tactically, use different attacks, activate your unique abilities, and perform spectacular combos.
Basic rules are simple and easy to explain. As in a video game, you can start playing almost immediately, but with different characters, stages, and special game modes, it takes time to become a true master.
Characters are asymmetrical, stages have unique components and rules. You can play a single round, a big epic match, or even a tournament, either for one player or up to 8 people.
Emotions and the dynamics from a video game on your game table. Every turn, every decision, every blow can decide the fate of the duel. So you need to focus and try to anticipate the next attack coming. To find out more and gain free gift, follow the project on GameFound.